In this video, we're going to go over the secret to empty nesting or having the house to yourself date night. So, is it different than date night to when you had little kids in the house?
Oh, dear God, yes.
All right. So, I thought I was one of the first ones to start advocating for this, and then I heard Dan Savage talk about it, and he describes it even more bluntly than me. Fuck first. Okay? Here's the deal. Have your fun while your energy is good midday. We might have started date night at 2:30 today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we went out to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're back. And I'm not sure what time it is. 6:30-ish? 7 o'clock? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to look at the clock. Let's call it 7 o'clock. It's been a fun day. It's been a great day.
Yeah.
Now we're going to watch a movie. And if we get into that relaxed state, it's getting later. There's no pressure of, I'm all relaxed. Now I need to wake back up and perform.
So as you're talking, something struck me.
Oh, you've already helped me because of that grin.
Well, so even on date nights when you're a long-term couple, it can still feel to her as if it's all designed just to get her into bed at the end of the night. If you're doing it first, you're all relaxed to start with, and you know that's not why he's spending time with you.
And you might get a bonus round two some nights.
Right.
Just saying. Bonus round twos are a lot of fun. Things last longer sometimes.
Yeah, they are.
You know, and there's nothing wrong with being intentional and planning and having the sex first. Mm-hmm. Having the fun first. Nobody said you had to do it just because that's the way society does it. Society's all screwed up, okay? So, again, this is part of leading in the relationship. And this is how we started, though. It was, you know, we take the afternoon time for ourselves on the weekends. And then if we're going out in the evening or we go out or we don't, great.
There was one time we had a couple of friends over for a fire in the backyard after we'd had an afternoon together. And they asked me later if I was high. I said, why would you ask me that? They go, you just seemed kind of goofy. And I'm like, I had a good afternoon.
Oxytocin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of feel-good hormones.
And there's no rush.
Yeah.
So, and there's no pressure. And you don't have to worry about, and there's been a time or two, we'll address this too. Occasionally things don't work like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
It's been on both sides too.
Oh, yeah.
As a guy, I see a lot of guys, oh, I'm having these problems. Well, the more you focus on it, because 90+% it's up here. And when you focus on that, or you make it stop what you're doing, all that does is amplify it. If something's not behaving and performing the way you would like it to at the time you would like it to, there's nothing more frustrating, guys, than having an erection for 15, 20 minutes, and then when you want to use it, it's not that funny.
I kind of find it funny, and I'm sorry, but I do.
It decides it's break time. You know, but the reality is, if you've had an erection for 15 or 20 minutes and haven't used it, sometimes it's going to take a break when you really want to use it.
Do you know why I find it funny?
Why?
Because then there's more time for me.
Yeah. Because the secret is, don't worry that it suddenly isn't all there. Just go back to other play.
Yeah.
And you'd be shocked if you start, again, focusing on her pleasure. Couple, 2, 3 orgasms later, you might realize, oh, I'm ready. And just go ahead and have some fun.
Yeah.
But don't get in your head. It's not about, and again, if your definition of sex is penis and vagina, you already got a problem.
That's a massive problem.
And you are the problem.
Because, I'm going to say this again, I know we've said it before, but only about 18% of women can orgasm from penis and vagina.
Yeah. And would it be an accurate statement that if you are taken care of by your partner, that the word no is hard. It rarely comes out of your mouth.
Yes.
Guys, with any partner, if you are rocking her world and she's having a half a dozen or more orgasms, nobody's going to end up being unhappy in the romance department. Yeah. And that means you got to lead. Now, that doesn't mean you have to do all the chores or anything like that, but it means plan the date nights and make time for intimacy and connection. Not sex, but intimacy and connection. And remember, and I think you can verify this, my flirting for the next time has already begun. So yeah, we're not going to say what it was. But it never stops. And that's how you keep her simmering so that she's more interested. So some tips to take to mind. Have a great one, guys.